Welcome to a video walkthrough of the 52-foot alloy motor cruiser. It's a custom-built vessel designed to a plan by Philip Sin, a Brisbane commercial boat designer. The vessel was launched in 2015, the current owner completing it from a shell that was built by professional engineers under the supervision of the gentleman who commissioned the design, Lindsay Smith, a marine engineer from Brisbane. The vessel is a large volume 52-footer. It has a long central keel, a wide generous beam and a protective keel that runs full length. The engine is keel cooled. On the transom of the vessel is a custom designed winching platform. It's a swim platform which descends all the way into the water until it's submerged. This allows the dinghy to be floated off. In the up position it can be locked at a number of levels with the platform either where you see it now or locked further up so that the platform is flush with the rails on the deck or even higher if required. Lifting capacity is about 350 kilos. A little further forward you can just see above the rearmost window the solar hot water system. This uses a recirculating pump to provide solar heated water throughout the boat in addition to the 240 volt hot water system. Looking at the vessel from the bow, it has a substantial three-way bow roller system. There's 100 metres of half-inch L-grade chain retrieved by a 4 windlass. The windlass is capable of supporting vessels and anchoring gear to 75 feet, so it's oversized for this vessel. Freeboard forward and overall is generous. From the deck to the waterline at the bow is approximately 2.6 metres. Visible on the coach house roof on the left hand side as we look at it is an aluminium ladder which folds down to gain access to the roof, antennas and roof mounted mast. Pantograph wipers are fitted forward of the helm position. Looking down the starboard side of the vessel from the height of the foredeck, we've moved to the starboard aft quarter, looking back to the lifting swim platform, forward to the starboard gate to the cockpit, and along the starboard side of the vessel. There are gates on both sides of the cockpit which are substantial in their construction. The cockpit and coamings are topped with custom stainless steel fittings. Directly opposite this gate there's another door on the port side of the vessel, both accessing the cockpit. This is the reverse view of the starboard companionway. Now looking down the starboard side of the vessel, the whole of the side deck is on the same level as the cockpit. The only change in height on the whole vessel is a step up onto the foredeck. Sweeping around the cockpit from the starboard side, to the right of the main saloon door is a large 240 volt freezer. On the left hand side is gas locker, a service cabinet and a stainless steel sink. The hatch in the floor accesses the considerable lazarette. Across the stern is a fixed table with generous seating and storage underneath. There are rod holders on both sides and around the vessel, and on the port side of the cockpit, which we're approaching now, there's another gate to give access through to the swim platform. This is separate from the side door on the port side. And looking down past the bait board to the side decks on the port side, it's a mirror of that we saw on the other side of the vessel. This is the reverse view from the port side, looking back towards the cockpit. lazarette hatches in the foreground at the bottom. The shade is in the centre of the stern of the vessel. Looking up, the whole of the vessel is lined with a laminated aluminium panel which has an insulated centre core for heat and acoustic insulation. A somewhat novel idea in the roof over the cockpit. There's a shower system with hot water fitted in the ceiling as an outside shower rather than a portable unit traditionally found on recreational boats. The aluminium fabrication work is substantial. It was undertaken by professional engineers and welders. The detail is excellent. Welding is of a high quality. The flooring externally is SeaDeck 8mm high density foam. The standard finish in this flooring is much thinner. The thicker quality SeaDeck gives better insulation, it's nicer underfoot and longer lasting. It's also, of course, much more expensive. This is a view of the seating in the cockpit. The Westinghouse freezer unit in the cockpit is well secured, currently used as a bait freezer.